G'day guys, hope you're all doing well. Well, we're finally back from our epic work adventure which lasted about 6 weeks. Trip started with a flight to the northern country town of Lismore in northern New South Wales. But should have known that it was going to be a pretty crap trip, but it rained on the day we were departing. In fact, it rained for the entire week. And another omen that it was going to be a pretty crap trip was we were on a 30-seater plane with props, which is normal for country towns. However, my business partner Steve, his luggage was taken off the flight because it was too heavy. Well, 120 kilos of people's luggage were taken off because they needed the extra weight for fuel. So he had to wait for the next day to get his luggage. It rained, as I said, it rained for the entire week. The job itself, well, it was a normal job for the company that we contract to. It blew out, and instead of taking 5 days, it took 8. In fact, I worked 8 days in a row, which pretty much sucked. Lismore itself, well, it's a pretty feral town in my opinion. There wasn't that much going for it. It's a really large, it's a city really, and I didn't like it. Mind you, Ange and I were both extremely sick with the flu, to the point where, I just couldn't function, but I did. I kept going just because I had to. So that job we finished. We started work on the last day. We started work at 7 o'clock in the morning. We finished it at 8 o'clock at night. Then we drove 140 kilometres to the next town where we had to work, a place called Tweedheads. We stayed at a place called the Las Vegas Motor Inn, which was really nice, but I started calling it the Las Vegas Hilton because it had this really gaudy pink colour on the outside. The whole place was just pink. It was funny. I guess you just had to be there. On the good side, the weather cleared up and it was nice and warm and sunny, and we did our usual start work at 2 or 3 in the morning, come back about 10:30, sleep till about 3 in the afternoon, get up, start drinking, and away we went. Went out for dinner, went back to bed, got up, did it again and again and again. The job, and once again this job blew out, and instead of being there for a week, I was there for 2. So by this stage I have not been home in 3 weeks. So we left Tweedheads, flew back to Sydney, stayed at home for a night. But shit happens. You've got to get the job done. We did pick some pretty crappy places to eat once again. There was the Tweedheads Bowling Club. That was probably some of the worst food I've ever eaten in my entire life. Mind you, Tweedheads Bowling Club and other bowling clubs, and a lot of clubs in general in New South Wales, are designed for people like 60 plus. You got no teeth, so you eat mashed up fucking shit food. Then we went to a nice restaurant called Outback Jack's, and I believe they're Outback Jack's in the United States. Well, I can tell you now, it ain't worth the fucking price you pay. I've had better food at McDonald's, for Christ's sake. Then on the weekend, in between those 2 weeks, we stayed at mate Eddie's place, and it was absolutely terrific. We had a home-cooked meal. Mind you, I cooked it. Nothing special. Eddie's got a barbecue. He's got a big deck off the back of his house, with barbecue on it. So we went down the road and we got some fish and some chilli and some tomato and onion and some butter, and I baked on the barbecue fish fillets in the chilli, butter, garlic, lemon and lime juice for about 8 minutes. Ange made a beautiful potato salad and a garden salad. Pardon me. And we also managed to get ourselves pretty wasted. Lots of wine for Ange, beer, and smogo for me. It was good. On that same weekend, we visited Casey. We took her up for a drive to Tamborine Mountain, which is in the Gold Coast hinterland. Check it out, tambourinemountain.com. It's pretty cool. Very tropical, very, very high. Well, not compared to, say, New Zealand high, Ange, but yeah, pretty high, and we all had a good time. We stopped at a vegetarian place for lunch. Yes, I know I'm a meat eater, but hey, you can't go wrong with a sandwich, can you? We also visited my parents, and they live at Tweed Heads, and my sister is currently staying with them while she's looking for a house to buy in that area. And it was funny, I haven't seen my sister in years, and we've never really gotten on. And the first words out of my mouth is because she's changed her hairstyle from the last time I saw her. She looked like Britney Spears did, say, when Britney Spears was dating Justin Timberlake. And I couldn't help myself. I went, oh fuck, it's Britney Spears. Again, I guess you had to be there, but and it's funny, from that moment on we got on like a house on fire. It was really bizarre. And she's learning about computers, and so I was teaching her about that and showing them some programs that I have, kind of legally and illegally. And she was asking advice on how to buy computers and what kind to buy and all that shit, and you know, and asking Ange advice about buying houses, and yeah, it wasn't bad. Then week two Rebs came along, and so did the rain. You know, they say Queensland is beautiful one day, perfect the next. Well, I'm here to tell you that Queensland was beautiful one day and absolutely piss and fucking rain the next, mate. It was shit. The manager of this club we were working in, he was 64 years old. He should have been retired, and he was an absolute pain in the ass. Every day he just harassed us and harassed us and harassed us. It got to the point where the business partner and I were getting ready to punch the living shit out of him, you know, but we do that, we don't get paid, so we just had to cop it sweet. Then we went home, as I said, a couple of nights at home, or no, actually, just one night at home. Ange ran around, unpacked, washed clothes, repacked, and the next day we drove up to Tamworth.
Okay. Yeah.